I've provided you with the fishing equipment, so now go fish properly. I didn't even move it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you to everyone that's been supporting. It is now week 11, I think. 11 or 12. The support is still going really strong. Keep liking, keep commenting. New people, welcome. Keep subscribing. Some of the comments that you guys are leaving are amazing. Don't touch me. Some of the messages I'm getting through are so lovely as well. So thank you for all of that, guys. Yeah, but let's get ahead with today. So today's topic is going to be all about how we can develop some personal skills that are going to make us more employable. So if you watched my video last week on CVs, a big topic that I discussed was key skills. And I mentioned that, especially for people without that haven't had previous work experience, this is a really important part of your CV. So I just wanted to focus on it just a little bit more and go through a couple of key skills that I think are essential to have on your CV. I'm going to go based mostly on my CV and as well other things that I think are important. This is something you are going to get questioned on right up until the day that you get the job. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just need to show you know the difference between when the right time is to be doing independent work and when the time is to be helping your teammates out. What they don't want to see is that you're too one-sided. They don't want you to be too independent, but then they don't want you to be too involved in your team, because then they think you're not going to get your work done. Another really good skill to put on your CV is problem solving. It doesn't mean in maths, it doesn't mean, you know, puzzles. It means in general, can you make decisions? Can you resolve solutions without having to take it to the manager? When have you dealt with a difficult customer? Or when have you dealt with internal conflicts in the workplace? Or when has something operational gone wrong? Or the IT systems have been down? Or anything like that where there's been a problem and you've managed to come up with a creative way to resolve it. Can you speak well? Can you communicate your ideas efficiently, effectively, clearly? Can they understand what you're saying in a short amount of words? And can you speak to customers? Most roles are customer facing, so they always want to know that you can speak well. And I don't mean have a posh accent, I don't mean any of that. I mean, can you literally get your point across without going off of topics and things? And this is actually a very hard one to do. Me, myself especially, if you guys know me, and for those that do, I'm sorry, okay? But I can talk for days. Something that I know that in some way I might need to work on, but in terms of communicating my ideas, I think I've got that down to a T. Every employer just wants to know that the person that they're hiring is tech savvy, they know how to use a computer well, they know their way around it, because especially for us young people, they would expect that from us. If you struggle, there are links online where you can practice like your touch typing and how quickly you can type without mistakes. If you aren't actually confident in that skill, I will put the link down below, I will find it. It gives you a score based on how quickly you can type and how accurately. So it's really, really good. So check that out. What you need to remember is that we are getting hired during the, I don't know what you call it, the digital phase, the techno phase. I don't know what this is, but everything is technology right now. Everything, like everything. When employers are looking for people, they need to know that you can either learn really quick and that you have the basic skills. No employer is going to want to teach you Microsoft Office, okay? So that's something you should really have under the belt before you even go for your job interviews. Before you even write your CV, you need to have that sorted. I'm not being patronising, and I don't mean to say you need to learn how to write on Word or you need to know how to change the font colours. I'm not talking about that. I mean, if you were asked to put together a presentation, you would be able to do that very easily. You would be able to use Excel for tables, you'd be able to use your Word to write and to maybe draw and copy and paste some diagrams, and you'll be able to use PowerPoint to actually put the whole presentation together. You've got to know how to communicate well, you've got to know how to keep long phrases short and simple and easy to understand. You've also got to know how to maintain eye contact, engage with your listeners. The easiest way to develop that skill is Either do your presentations for uni, because I know you people that don't want to do group work. Unfortunately, I am going to sound like the nerd that I never wanted to sound like, but there is a reason we get given group presentations at uni, and this is one of the reasons. I don't know why I left this one so late, but listening is... You'd think you wouldn't need to put it on your CV, but you would. Something that I've noticed that a lot of jobs, in a lot of the training I've done, listening is a huge thing. We actually get trained on how to listen, how to be empathetic, how to conversate in the right manner. That's a really big part of any job, is you're going to speak to someone. If you're one of them people that find yourself talking over people a lot, I promise you it's not going to go down too well at work. Cut that habit out. Building a rapport is so essential. This is essential before you even have a job. This is essential in every part of your life. But if you are looking to get a job, people want to know that you can build good relationships with customers, with regulars, with clients. Wherever you go, you're going to need to know how to build long-lasting and good relationships with people. A really good way of doing that is to get networking, speak to people, try and make friends with somebody that you haven't made friends with before. Now, me saying these comments is not for anybody to go and say, why is she advising me to beg friend and this and that? We're grown, we're looking for jobs. Don't think like that. We need to get out of this habit of not approaching people. To be fair, when you get your job, you won't be left with much choice. If they need you to go call someone, if they need you to go up to someone and speak to someone, if this is a big graduate job that you've worked so hard to get, you're not going to do it. So why leave it all the way up until then and kind of go, oh, they might not, rather than having that skill under your belt now and being ready for whatever life throws at you. If you are bilingual, trilingual, if you can speak more than one language, aka English, put it in your key skills. Be proud of that. That is a great key skill to have, and employers are always looking out for that. For those that don't know, I actually am fluent in Russian, so that's on my CV. Я правда умею разговаривать по-русски. I've actually been in situations where I've needed to use that language in multiple jobs. I've needed to be a translator. This was in Primark. I think they stole from the shop, which don't make us look really good, does it? Regardless, I had to be a translator. Again, it's a way of just reminding people that you are helpful and you have extra skills. If you have a driving license, put it in there. If you have a provisional, go get your pinky before you put it in there. This is something you can either be professionally trained to do at previous roles, or you can just be confident in the fact that you have this skill. But having a professional telephone manner is essential. Knowing how to answer the phone, knowing how to drop the phone conversation, knowing how to speak to somebody on the phone. If you're not confident with having a good telephone manner, there's only one way to practice. Don't let me tell you. Do you want to hear my telephone voice? I think I have to have a telephone in my hand to be able to do it. Good afternoon, hi, is that Mr. Smith? Hi Mr. Smith, it's Adana calling from DeeTalks Bank. Hello, hi. It was just a very quick call in regards to your loan payment. Yep, so as far as I can see on our records, we actually haven't received that payment for the month of June. Is there a particular reason for that? So having that telephone manner, being able to confidently, I can't take myself seriously now. Being able to confidently speak on the phone, know what to say, literally I've done this in the same take. I didn't go and rehearse it, I didn't go and practice it, it's just there. You need to understand how to have a manner that's professional, appropriate, relaxed. There's a lot to it, guys. Get practicing. Of course, I haven't listed all the skills. I've listed skills that I think are important, relevant, and what every person out there can go and develop, learn, and do really well in, apart from the multiple languages and the driving license. Not everybody has to have that. But all the others, there's literally no excuse for you guys not to be able to develop those skills. But yeah, that's all from me, guys. Next week we're going to start looking at interviews and all that jazz. So make sure, as always, you like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. And yeah, I will see you guys next Sunday as always. See you later, guys.